Okay, so now that we've discussed programmable mode, how do we mess with the aperture and the shutter speed? I'm going to use this camera. This is the Jude 3100 to show you. So again, change the mode to either S or A. So S is shutter priority and A is aperture priority. And again, friendly reminder, if I have it on S, you're going to see that shooting mode show up right there in my dialog box. But here's how this works. If I have it set to S priority, that means shutter priority. That means that you set the shutter and the computer or the camera sets the aperture for you. So how does this work? Well, let's just take a look. I'm going to press the info button so you can see this. So right now I currently have this set at 1/40th of a second in f8. And if I turn my control dial, when I turn this, it's going to change my shutter, and I'm going to continue to turn it. And at some point, the camera's going to say, you know what, you can go faster if you want to. Fine, no problem. I can go all the way up to 1/4000th of a second, but you're letting in not enough light. This aperture, no matter how big you make this, you're in reciprocity failure. Your image is not going to come out. And if I scroll down the other way, check this out. I can keep going. So that's already in tripod territory right there. And I'm getting a pretty substantially small aperture already, f18, but I can keep going. Just try to flip that. And now I'm at f32, which is pretty darn small, and 1/3, which is a long time. And I can keep going. I can get down, look at this. This is 1.3 seconds. Look at that, 2.5 seconds. So long time, but no matter how long I go, it's saying my aperture just can't get smaller. So I'm letting in too much light because of my exposure. And I can get all the way down if I do this to 30 seconds. That's crazy. Okay, so on your sheet, what you're gonna do is shutter priority, right? You're gonna write down that you choose the shutter and the camera sets the aperture or the f-stop, depending on what you want to call it. The f-stop. Low means that your image is going to be underexposed. That means not enough light's coming in. And high means too much light. It's going to be overexposed. Okay, so be aware of that. And then over here, under your settings, see if you can figure out what all the settings are. So if I go all the way up to the top and get all the way, wow, all the way to 1/4000, I know that the next setting below that is 3200. So I'm going to start at 4000 and then work my way down. I'll just show you two more just to show you what I'm talking about. That's 2500. Remember, these are really actually fractions. And now I'm at 1/2000. So keep going with that all the way down. And once you get to 1 second, you can stop.